Today we're going to talk about probability. Probability is the chance that something will happen. Your outcomes are the result you get when you do your experiment. Now, when we talk about the chance that something will happen, it could be impossible. That means it cannot happen at all. It could be unlikely, which means there is a very small chance that it will happen. It could be equally likely. This would happen if there was an equal chance of it getting one or the other. So if you only have blue and red, that's an equal chance that you could get those. If you were flipping a coin, you have an equal chance that it would be heads or tails. Something could be likely. It's likely it will happen, which means there's a greater chance that it could happen, or it will be certain. Certain means we know without a doubt it will absolutely occur. We know it is certain that tomorrow will come, the sun will come up. It is certain. It would also be certain that if I only had marbles in a bag, it is certain that I will pull out marbles and not an elephant. When we show our outcomes as the result of our experiments, we either put them in a list, a table, or a chart. We use these so that others can see the results of our experiment in a clear way. This is a spinner. We use this for probability. There are 4 colors on the spinner. They are all the same size as well, which means they are equally likely to have a chance of being our outcome. The outcomes of our spinner would be red, yellow, green, or blue. So when you spin the spinner, you have an equal chance of it landing on any of these colors. This spinner has 6 outcomes that you could get. They're also equally likely because they only have one of that color all the way around. So our outcomes would be purple, yellow, red, blue, green, or orange. So when you spin your spinner, it's got to go all the way around to count. It has an equally likely chance to land on any of those colors. This spinner here has more blue sections than it does the other colors. So even though these pieces, it's divided equally, the pieces are the same size. When we talk about the chance of getting the outcomes, we have a greater chance of getting a blue outcome because there are 3 blue pieces. So it is more likely that we will land on a blue piece. The next likely color would be purple because there are 2 purple pieces and there's only one of this red-violet color. Okay, so when we have a spinner that has more of a certain color, we're more likely to get that color. So even though the pieces are broken up equally, the outcomes are not equal. Okay, I have a 1, 2, 3, a 3 in 6 chance of getting blue, a 2 in 6 chance of getting purple, and 1 in 6 chance of getting red-violet. This is dice. This is 6-sided dice. Okay, instead of having the dots on it, these have numbers. But each one, our outcomes would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Those are your outcomes that you could get when you roll the dice. Okay, so I landed on 4, but because there's only one number on each side, they're all equally likely. I have a 1 in 6 chance of rolling that number. 1 in 6 because it's a 6-sided dice. This is a fake coin. So on this side I have heads on my penny and tails on the back. So when we flip our coin, you have an equally likely chance of getting heads or tails. So your outcomes are heads or tails. This last one, this is a 2-sided counter. So I have black here and white here. I could flip this like I flip a coin. way. And my outcome, I've landed on black here. My outcome would either be black or white, and I have an equally likely chance, 50-50 chance of getting one color or the other. This time I have counters in a bag. So if I can see through my bag, I can clearly see that my outcomes are red, orange, green, purple, and blue. I have a greater chance of getting the outcome of orange if I were to just close my eyes and reach into the bag. I have a greater chance of getting orange than I do of any of the other colors because I have more of those counters in here. Now, if I wanted to do what is my possible outcomes, I would need to count how many counters I have, and then I would put them into fractions. I have 13 counters total. I have an 8 in 13 chance of getting orange, a 2 in 13 chance of getting purple, 1 in 13 chance of getting blue, 1 in 13 chance of getting red, and 1 in 13 chance of getting green. So that is the probability when I pull it out of the bag. This time my bag shows that I have 4 counters. I have 2 purple and 2 orange. I am equally likely to pull that color from the bag because they have the same amount of each color in the bag. I have a 2 in 4 chance of getting purple and a 2 in 4 chance of getting orange, which 2/4 equals half. So they are half of those colors.